Here in a supermarket to look at the prices of food. With the impending 16% VAT tax to be put on fuel, the conversation along the cost of living has really come up, with a lot of Kenyans wondering, what does this mean for our pockets? And an Ipsos poll earlier this year showed that the high cost of living is the biggest worry for most Kenyans. So let's take a look at prices, and it used to be that at least 1,000 shillings could take you a long way in the supermarket. Let's see if that's the case. So we're going to get a few commodities here that are common in most Kenyan homes. Let's get a loaf of bread. Okay. And we'll also take a look at how some of these prices have changed over time. Let's head over to the milk. This is a 500 ml packet of milk. Right here it's showing that it's going for 48 shillings. Now remember, last year this wasn't the case. Milk prices were slightly higher, particularly in May. And that's when we saw the inflation rate flirt with the 12% rate. It was at 11.7%. And of course, food prices shot up as a result. On average, you found milk packets at 500 ml were going for about 60 shillings. They've gone down now. Of course, the inflation rate is much lower, below 5%. So of course, we're seeing an ease in most of the prices. So let's take a look at the unga flour. So last year, a 2 kg packet of maize flour was going for roughly 135 shillings. Now you can find one for even 88 shillings. So I think we'll pick that up now. And again, remember, this is because the inflation rate has eased. But what does this mean moving forward? Let's take a look at sugar. Last year in April, 1 kg of sugar was going for 136 shillings. Now you can get one for 145, so not much difference in terms of the pricing for sugar between last year and now. Most households would be going for at least a 2-liter bottle of cooking oil. I'll just take one here that's retailing at 385 shillings. So now we're headed to the cashier. We have all of our food items in the trolley. Now remember, according to statistics, Kenyans spend nearly half of their income on food items. We're trying to see whether 1,000 shillings can get us all of this. That takes our total up to 1,000 shillings and 52. We managed to at least get a sizable amount of items for our 1,000 shillings. But the question is, how many Kenyan families can keep up with such a budget? And with the impending 16% VAT tax coming up on fuel, what does that mean further for their pockets?
I had to get together with my sister here and do our wholesale shopping together. We used to do it separately, but we thought it's like more cost effective if we do it together. That way we can buy like a bale of unga, a bale of this, sugar, 25 kgs, and just split it into half.
I used to do cereal, now I have to slash it down, do bread. It's slightly cheaper. I mean, you literally have to slash your entire budget.
I do a bit of supplies, and like 2 weeks ago, the supplier sent me a message that they have increased the prices, especially in wheat flour. I do a bit of the day-to-day commodities, and I think with the increase in VAT from next month, I think it will be bad actually for food prices.
You see, like I have to pay for my exams and the tax has increased, so I have to pay more. So I have to reduce like my salon, my accommodation.
Like today, I heard matatus from Thika saying that they're going to hike their figures to 150 to Nairobi instead of the normal 100. So, and I'm sure when they do that, it's going to also affect all other areas.
Once you had 1,000, you had many things to buy in the supermarket. But now very few things, and then at the end of the day, you didn't achieve what you wanted. With 1,000 shillings, it's as though you have 200 in there before.